I am inviting you to meet me at the Murph. Today, we're talking all about the Murph and how when you complete the Murph challenge, you're going to break through limiting beliefs and become unstoppable. Let's dive in to today's episode. What is going on, my friend? Welcome to the next episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show. Today's awesome because it's Thursday. These episodes come out on a Thursday. If you're listening to it later, well, you're listening to it later and it might not be a Thursday. But next Monday, so right now this is getting released on May 23rd. Next Monday, May 27th, we are having the 2024 Murph Challenge at Fit Body Bootcamp. And I want to invite you to the Murph Challenge at Fit Body Bootcamp. Now, you don't need to be a member of the gym to participate with us for this event. We are inviting anybody and everybody to come to this event because we've been hosting this event now for, I'm trying to think. I think it's been about 6 years. We started hosting this, I want to say in 2018. So I got to use my fingers because math and me are not, well, it's 24 plus 2, 6. Got it. I didn't have to use my fingers. Man, see, I am proud of myself for that. But we've been hosting this event for about 6 years, and this will be our 6th one. And I have seen some incredible stories and incredible successes come from individuals just like yourself coming and completing the Murph Challenge. Now, maybe you're here listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, CJ, what is the Murph? So let me explain to you what the Murph even is. The Murph is a challenge put in place, and really it was to honor Lieutenant Michael Murphy. He has passed away in war, and he loved doing the Murph. It wasn't probably called the Murph when he first started doing it. It was later named the Murph after him, Michael Murphy, so the Murph. And he would do this workout. I want to say he even did it daily. And what it is it's 4 things. It's a run, push-ups, squats, and pull-ups. So 4 things. And how you do it is like this. So as prescribed, or as he would do it, and what's recommended is men, you would wear a 20-pound weighted vest. Ladies, you would wear a 14-pound weighted vest. And then you go out and run a mile. Once you get done with that mile, you then do 100 pull-ups. You do 200 push-ups. You do 300 squats. And then you finish it with 1 more mile run. And you do it for time. You do it as fast as you can, complete that whole workout, and then you're done. You completed the Murph. And you might be hearing that and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't do that. And if you're thinking that, that's number one, it's a false thought. You can do it. You may not be able to do it right now or tomorrow or today, but you can train if it's something that you so wish or desire to do, and you could do that. But what we have done at FitBody, because we've seen that it can so empower our clients and our participants to break through limiting beliefs, we have basically modified, adjusted, and scaled the Murph to many different versions. And really what we have learned through hosting this challenge is that it isn't actually even about completing the Murph. Yes, that's something, and there's something special in completing the actual prescribed Murph. But what we have found is that it takes individuals from where they're at and it shows them what they're capable of. And maybe it's not the full Murph. Maybe they're not able to do as prescribed the entire thing, but they're able to do more, way more actually, than they thought they were able to do. And I have literally seen light bulbs inside people light up when they all of a sudden realize that they can do hard things, when they all of a sudden realize that they have more in them than they ever knew before. And so let's kind of talk about some of the scaled versions that we have available. I was actually talking to one of our members at the gym on the morning of shooting this episode, and she was asking me some questions. She's never done it, and so she was curious, like, how do you do it if you feel that maybe you can't do the full thing, and what are some adjustments that you can do? And so first and foremost, the mile. You can walk, run, jog. And actually last year, we even had a lady bring a bike and bike the mile. We want you to get that mile in whatever way you can, but walk, run, or jog, or heck, even bike the mile. So you get the mile done. And then with that too, we talk distance, okay? So it's a mile is what's prescribed. And so what we do is we host this at our central location. And so for this event, we actually do close down our west location, and we gather and rally everybody into one location, because there is power in being surrounded by like-minded people. There's power in being surrounded by people that care about you, that believe in you. And there's something powerful in being surrounded by that many people that when you walk into this thing, the truth is you might not know anybody, but maybe the one person that invited you. And then once you get there, by the end of it, you're like, you have a group, a tribe, a partner in crime that you just went through and did hard things with. And so for the mile at Fit Body Central, we take off out the side door or the garage doors. We run around our location to Duluth. And then if you're familiar with kind of the central part of town, Duluth, and I think maybe Duluth is the road that wraps all the way around, but it wraps around kind of tucked in back behind the interstate towards that Vern ID Acura and then Costco. It just so happens that my wife's preschool is also right there. And what we do is we go a half mile out, and then we have a half mile marker, because once you hit the half mile, you turn around, you come back another half mile. That is then 1 mile. And then we also then mark off a quarter mile, so that you could, instead of doing a full mile, maybe you want to take on a half mile. And so you go and you run a quarter mile out, a quarter mile back, so that you then are doing a half mile. And just kind of, this made me think of it as I said, my wife's preschool. This year, we are actually working on, and we still got to get all the things from the time right now that I'm recording this, and I'm like 90% confident that it's going to be true by the time this thing airs, which is airing on the 23rd, with the Murph just right around the corner here next Monday. We are planning at Little Wings to have kid drop-off. And then I think we have like a $5 recommended donation that will go towards basically being able to help pay for the staff over there at Little Wings to watch your kids, because we don't want there to be any excuses why you can't show up and participate in this. And sometimes you need someone to watch the kids. And so with Little Wings being so close to Fit Body here, we are going to have them to be able to have kid drop off. So you can drop your kids off, and the event takes place and starts on Monday, Memorial Day, on the 27th at 9 a.m. is when we kick it off. So you can drop your kids off at Little Wings around 8:30, head over to Fit Body, get registered, get signed in, ready to rock, and then we basically kick off at 9 a.m. So you run that mile. Once you're done running that mile, you get back to the gym. And this year, we're working on having basically ways that you can participate in this even outside of the gym in our parking lot. We'll have some pads and some pull-up bars and stuff set up, hopefully in our parking lot here, where you can then do it. It is going to be amazing. Now, I've been posting on social media over the last month, just some different little clips and reels from a couple of our past Murphs. And every time I post a clip of those past Murphs, I smile, I get joy, I get excited, because what I see when I see those clips is I see a group of people that maybe would not normally not be together, but I see a group of people that no matter where you're at in your journey, we meet together on this particular day, Murph Challenge Day, and we go out and we accomplish something hard, and we prove to ourselves what we can do. We break limiting beliefs. We build up our own inner belief system that we can do it. We make memories, and we are surrounded by people that believe in us. And right now, you guys, in the world in which we live in, we need more of that going on. And so that is why I want to invite you to join us at the Murph. Meet me at the Murph. And so again, you get back from the mile, and then the pull-up. Sometimes people are like, well, I don't know if I can do 100 pull-ups. CJ, I can't even do one pull-up. Hey, friend, no worries. We got you. Because if you think about the pull-up, what you're actually working, the muscle and group in that which you're working is your back. And so what we want you to do then is 100 reps of something that works your back. And so we've got resistance bands that we lay out where you can do resistant band rows, you can do TRX strap rows, you can do assisted pull-ups. And to be honest, every time that we've ran this, we've really only had like one or two people that actually do it with a weighted vest. The majority of people do not do it with a weighted vest. You just do it body weight. And I tell you what, just doing it body weight is a challenge. I've never done it with a vest. When I do it body weight. And it is a challenge, even body weight. And so the thing I love about the Murph is that there's always ways to, number one, prove to yourself that you can do it in whatever capable variation that you do it. Number two, there's always ways to improve at it. And then number three, once you finally get to that weighted vest version of it, well, now you're working for time and you can always get a lower time. And so the Murph is something that you can never like win. You don't like win the Murph. You complete the Murph. And when you complete the Murph, what you have done is prove to yourself that you can finish the things in your life that you start, that you can overcome the things in your life that are hard. And that is what the Murph does. It breaks all these barriers and proves to yourself what you're truly capable of. So now the pull-ups, okay? 100 reps of something to do with your back. Like I said, we got the banded, the TRX rows. We've got sometimes even people just do dumbbell rows, but do 100 reps of something that is working your back, okay? Then we move on to the 200 push-ups. Now with that, we even do it where do whatever you can to get 200 reps of a chest exercise. We've had some people where they just cannot do any more push-ups. They end up doing them on the wall or they do them on a box, or some people end up even doing them with dumbbells, laying on their back and doing a chest press, but get 200 chest reps in where you're working your chest. Then you move on to your squats with 300 squats. Even with that, we use the TRX straps. Sometimes people do assisted squats, or they've got the box under them so that they can actually sit down onto the box and then stand back up. Whatever you need to do to get it done, you do that to get it done. And then you go out and you run that other mile or the half mile or whatever it is that you are doing. And as it pertains to how you complete it, as prescribed, you run the mile and then you do all things in order, 100, 200, 300, and then run another mile in order, and then you complete it. Now, what we are doing and what we've done for every time we've hosted this, break it up into any bite-sized chunk you can accomplish. And so the way that I've normally done it is 10, 20, 30. So I get my mile done and then I do 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 squats, and I keep on going. 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 squats, and I do that 10 rounds. Because if you do obviously 10 rounds of 10, 20, 30, you hit your 100, 200, 300. And then once you're done, you then take off and you hit that last mile. And that last mile, the first couple steps you take, it's like, I don't know if I have enough leg power to just keep me going for one more mile. But the next thing you know, you like get inside your head and you basically get all of the negative talk out of your head. And you're like, I have come this far and I didn't come this far just to come this far. And you keep pushing, and it is absolutely amazing. And the thing that you see, if you watch some of the clips on my social media, and I've been posting them on my page, on Central's page, and on West's page, because I want people to know, because I know that maybe it's even you too. There are people that are listening to this and they're thinking to themselves, I can't do that. And that is the farthest thing from the truth. That is the absolute farthest thing from the truth, because you can do anything, friend. You can absolutely do anything you put your mind to. I know that. I know that you can, because you're here. You're listening to this, and it might be difficult. No one's saying it's not going to be. But that is what you are going to be able to overcome and prove to yourself that you can do it. And that's why I wanted to take this time for this episode. Not a ton of value in this episode for you, other than the fact that you will become better when you meet me at the Murph Monday, May 27th at 9 a.m. Our doors to Central open at 8:30. So the doors will be open at 8:30. We're going to have spots where you can get your waiver signed, get checked in, get ready to rock. And it is going to be a blast. We've got vendors lined up this year. So there's going to be a ton of vendors in the parking lot. And there's going to be literally hundreds of people. And the thing that I hear over and over again, even just from our clients at the gym that have nothing to do, this comment has nothing to do with the Murph, it just has everything to do with FitBody. The thing that I hear over and over again is what they like about it is that the majority of our clientele, their kind of status when they think about where they were at and even sometimes where they're at right now as it relates to their thought about gyms and really the gym industry, I hear this a lot. Number one, I never thought I would be a gym person. And once I hear them say that, then they get a smirk on their face because that's when then they're like, and now I'm a gym person. Number two, they're like, I was so intimidated and scared and thought that since it's group, and I am doing air quotes right now if you're listening and not watching, group fitness, I thought that people would just be watching me, judging me, and really making me feel uncomfortable. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. And so they say that as we're going through this, we're also focused on ourselves. We have no clue what the other people are doing. But I can absolutely tell you this, nobody's judging you because we all remember our first day. We all remember our first week. We all remember starting, and we all started at some point in time. And so the thing that I love hearing our clients say is that number one, I never thought I'd be a gym person. And number two is I was so intimidated and scared that people would be judging me. And this is absolutely the most unjudgmental room I've ever been in. And I love hearing that because I didn't open FitBody, honestly, to create this massive gym movement. I opened FitBody to create a space where people could come, get built up, and have some other people, other individuals from the coaches, the staff, and the clients pour into them so that they can build their self-confidence. Because I tell you what, when I was in high school, and I'm sure you've heard my story, and if you haven't, I'll share a little bit right now. When I was in high school, I lacked self-confidence. And even to this day, I still struggle because it was such a struggle. When I looked in the mirror back in high school, I did not have any confidence. I felt like I wasn't worth it. I felt like I couldn't achieve it. I felt like I was not going to be good enough. Those are the feelings that I have. And unfortunately, I lived with those feelings for such a long time that I let those feelings start to define me, and they became my identity. And so I have had to work. I opened FitBody in 2015. And I'll be honest, even when I opened FitBody, I was really struggling with do I have what it takes to be a coach, a trainer? And I have had to work for the last 9 years now. We just celebrated 9 years, May 11th, and got to give you guys a big thank you because we would not have been able to celebrate 9 years if it wasn't for you, our community, Sioux Falls and the surrounding area, for allowing us to serve in our community. But I have worked for those 9 years to totally change my identity and to start truly believing that I have what it takes to achieve the goals, that I am worth it. And it's just amazing. And one of the things that I share about is I am a faith-led guy. I live my life knowing that God's my heavenly Father. And so what has totally helped me with that is that I'm a father too. I love my 3 kids, and I want nothing more than those 3 kids to flourish and just have amazing lives. And if I'm a father and I want that for my kids, and if I believe that I am a son of Christ, God, my heavenly Father, I know that's what he wants for me as well. And so therefore, I know that I have what it takes, and I'm working on building that confidence right along with you. And it has just been amazing to be able to help so many people build their confidence and really find self-worth. And I just want to invite you, join us at the Murph. Meet me at the Murph Memorial Day, May 27th, 9 o'clock. Doors open at 8:30 and you're invited. Bring a friend, show up. We'll have waivers ready to rock and roll. If you have any questions about it, in the description of this podcast, I will make sure that I put the link to the Facebook event. It's a public event so that you can see any details about it there. You can ask any questions there. But then also feel free to message the gym. Get our number. It's 605-277-7456. Message us. Ask us any questions you have. But Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th, 9 a.m., we are going to honor all those that gave their all so that we can live the life that we live on Memorial Day, remembering all those people by completing the Murph Challenge and proving to ourselves what we can do when we're surrounded by like-minded people that are believing in us and pushing us to become better. Hey, go out, Dominate your day. Know that you are worth it, and know that you have what it takes to achieve your goals. And I want nothing more than to see you on May 27th, Memorial Day, 9 a.m. at our central location. And if you happen to be watching this after that date, what I want you to know is that this wasn't all for nothing, because we will be doing this again on Memorial Day 2025, and you're invited then. So make sure that you know Memorial Day, the Murph is happening at Fit Body, and friend, you're invited. Have an awesome day. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Go out and be great today, friends. Like, subscribe, and share, because the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show would not be what it is without you and the friends that you share it with. Have a great day, you guys. Bye. Peace.